Mic check, what's going on, folks? It's your boy, D. Alonzo Lang, back at you again with another episode of Friendly Folks Podcast. Now look, I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little irritated because I already did this episode. I did this episode live last night. Shout out to you if you tuned in last night. Why didn't you tell me the video was fucking up? I got through the whole episode, I didn't know that the video fucked up, so I'm back here to record it. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna do another intro like that shit didn't even happen. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I could leave this part in because, you know, you get to see the live debates that I have back and forth between myself. And this is me talking in my head, but out loud. But, you know, looks a little crazier to see it on camera. But, you know, that's just the struggles of a creative, man. Like, I really do want to try and get out the greatest quality content possible, you know, when I record. So I don't like when I record some shit, it fucks up. Fucks with my morale, but I'm not letting it fuck with my morale, man. I'm back in the studio today, so you know what? I decided, fuck it. We leaving that part in the video. Fuck it. All right, this is the raw truth of being a creative. All right, this is what goes into the Friendly Folks Podcast. Ladies and gentlemen, it is Christmas Eve. Tell your families happy holidays, happy Xmas, Merry Christmas. You know what I'm saying? Happy Hanukkah, happy Kwanzaa. I heard Kwanzaa wasn't a real holiday, and as a nigga, I just feel very slighted by that. Not even like on no racist, like, oh, you black people don't have holidays. Like, no, someone told me Kwanzaa was made by a nigga running a pyramid scheme. Leave a comment if that's true. Give me the facts on that, because Google's the white man's internet, so you never know what they're gonna tell you. Like I said, man, it's 12/24. It is colder than a polar bear pussy in Chicago. You know what I'm saying? The only place it's colder in Chicago is the cold courts of LA law. Ladies and gentlemen, the system has finally worked, and it was against a short black Canadian man named Tory Lanez. Tory Lanez was convicted for 3 charges in the 2020 shooting of Meg Thee Stallion. I believe it was assault with a firearm, reckless firing of a firearm, and illegal possession of a firearm. And, you know, folks, I gotta be honest. The way that this shit was leaking out to the media, I'll be honest, I didn't think Tory was gonna get convicted for the shit. You know, like, there was a lot of media news coming out about DNA residue not being, you know, 1-to-1, saying motherfuckers was saying that Kelsey was the shooter. And then there was all these attacks on Megan's character, you know, like making her out to be a liar because, you know, she did lie about some things, you know what I'm saying? But you feel me? Like, the attacks of the character were brutal too. Like, and the attacks of Tory's character have been brutal too. Like, it's been a brutal 2 years for all parties involved, and the way everyone's been talked about, joked about, and kind of made fun of and objectified in this. So, you know, I just feel like I waited my 2 years to say anything. I actually have a history of being canceled before, so you know, I try to be mindful of my words. Not because I'm afraid of being canceled. I'm actually gonna tell that story when I hit a certain subscriber milestone. I don't know when, but I know in the future. But yeah, man, like, I wanted to be patient with it because, you know, I'm a feminist. You feel me? Protect black women. You know what I'm saying? And being a feminist, I'm a real feminist. You know, I believe in equality for men and women on a social level. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not finna sit up here and say that, you know, every man is evil. I'm not finna sit up here and say every woman is good, and vice versa. I'm not finna sit up here and say every woman is a liar. I'm not finna sit up here and say that every man is a martyr. I for damn sure don't think that Tory Lanez is a martyr, like some of you niggas is trying to make him out to be. Like, come on now, y'all. You niggas is not Tory Lanez. I'm gonna get into that further in this podcast about why none of these niggas are role models. But, you know, for starts, first things first. Pack of the day is truffle butter. We just dropped a review for that. Make sure you check the website, Friendly Folks Shy. Follow us on Instagram. Leave a like, comment. If you smoked it before, let us know if our review is accurate. If not, let us know if we capping our ass off. And if you think I'm capping my ass off about this pack, I'll pack you up, nigga. What is you talking about? I'm a cannabis connoisseur, cannabis consultant. God damn it. I know what the fuck I'm talking about with my pack. If I said this shit is gas, nigga. The fuck is you talking about? Anyways. Yeah, man, the way I'm gonna cover this shit, first I wanna, you know, go over just like an initial recap of the case of how we initially got it. Then I'm going to talk about the powers that be behind this shit. You know what I mean? The Team Meg, the Team Tory that exists in the media, because this shit got violent. You know what I mean? Like, it was a very clear divide in the black community with this shit. I'm gonna talk about what this guilty verdict means for real, because this has become a court of public opinion, and just the way this trial was publicized and thrown out in the media, this verdict, whether it was guilty or non-guilty, it was gonna mean a lot more than just a regular guilty or non-guilty on paper, right? And then I want to get into the accountability for that night. Like, has anybody actually taken accountability for that night between Tory, Meg, and Kelsey for their actions? Here's a hint: no. So, I'm gonna get into that, man. Overall, these niggas are not role models, and they are not your saviors. Kendrick tried to tell you, man. If you ain't go to the Kendrick Lamar concert, you missed out, man. That was a fucking experience. I got to go with some of my brothers, man, and it was truly amazing. Truly. We saw Baby King, saw Kendrick. The whole hip-hop opera, honestly. The album was amazing. If you don't think Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers was the album of the year, take your ass to therapy. Look in the mirror. Reflect. Learn to take accountability. Because if you know how to take accountability, you understand exactly why that album is album of the year. I should do another episode on that, but I'll say that for another day. Let's get into the case. So, 2020, I don't remember the exact dates, but we are in the peak of Tory Lanez and Meg Thee Stallion's young career. Well, Tory's been at the shit a lot longer than Meg, but, you know, niggas is entering the mainstream around the same time. Both of them really in an amazing point of success. And one day it comes out, Tory Lanez and Meg Thee Stallion were involved in a violent incident where Meg Thee Stallion had to be escorted to the hospital to have bullet fragments removed from her feet following their departure from a young Kylie Jenner's pool party. This motherfucker not even lit. Now, as you niggas know, there is nothing good that comes with being involved with Kardashians. Never. Never has been, never will be. Whether you're a Jenner or Kardashian, that shit is crazy. It influences crazy behavior. That's exactly what the fuck had went on that night. Crazy ass behavior. I'm talking, there's footage of shit. That's that pack. I'm talking about, it's footage of Meg Thee Stallion walking off with a bleeding foot. You know what I mean? Like, she's injured on the scene and shit. You got all these reports coming out that Tory shot Meg. It wasn't just Tory and Meg in the car. It was a bodyguard and another woman. You got all these different reports coming out, you know. And then you have Meg coming out publicly saying, Tory Lanez shot me, right? And this is after motherfuckers had put so much scrutiny into, you know, days after the shooting, like Meg being back outside, you know, having fun, shit. You know what I'm saying? And there was a lot of scrutiny towards her injury, the nature of her injury, whether she was even shot to begin with, and if she was telling the truth with her story. You know, after saying that Tory Lanez shot her, she went and did an interview with, who was it, Gayle King, and said that she has no idea what could have prompted that. You know what I mean? Like, there was no type of intimacy or real weight into their relationship where that should have spiraled into something like that. So Gayle asked her, did you fuck him, Meg? And Meg told him, like, sexually? Yeah. Come to find out in court, she did fuck him. Not only did Meg fuck Tory, but the other woman in the car had also fucked Tory. As a matter of fact, there's been a history of the woman in the car. Her name is Kelsey. Kelsey fucking with, you know, a high profile nigga. And then Meg fucking that nigga too, behind Kelsey's back. You know what I'm saying? So now, and that leaked out in court. Now, it was some, you know, talk about that on Twitter and shit. Like, some people had already been saying, like, oh, this is why it happened. Tory fucked Kelsey, and then Meg fucked Tory, and then after that, it came out in the car. So Kelsey shot Meg, and or Kelsey and Meg started fighting, and then Kelsey shot Meg, type shit like that. You know what I mean? And Tory Lanez was pretty adamant publicly saying that Kelsey didn't shoot Meg. So, you know, he clearly was clearly said that. Like, Tory Lanez disputed that Kelsey was the shooter publicly. You know what I'm saying? So there's a lot of just like finger pointing and he say, she say. You got different witnesses coming out saying that they saw women fighting. You got witnesses coming out saying that they saw young short men shooting and shit. Like, it was explicit. He did mean short. He pointed out the fact it was a short man, so it couldn't have been anyone else but young Torrance if it was him. You know what I'm saying? So just the way all this shit came out, it was really a public spectacle. You know, like, this was literally an episode of Law and Order produced by BET right in front of our very eyes. Like, we literally watched it play out. You know what I'm saying? We even had the VHS bonus features behind the scenes and shit. We seeing all this other shit about, you know, powers that be. I'm sure y'all saw that clip about Tory Lanez's father calling out Rock Nation and Jay-Z. You know what I'm saying? And that was something I really took notice of, man. Like, prior to Tory Lanez's Papa Lanez. Papa Lanez. Prior to Papa Lanez. Hey, before I go any further, did y'all really see that video of Papa Lanez teeing up? That nigga looks just like Tory, dog. Just like that nigga, G. He got a bald ass head and a strong ass beard. And he's short as hell, too. A bald ass head, a strong ass beard, and he's short as hell, too. That's the Lane's lineage. But, yeah, man, like, I had been peeping game that it was already like two sides in the media forming about this shit. You feel me? You basically had Team Meg, you had Team Tory. On Team Tory, you got the academics, you got the anti-stallions, as the Twitter birds will call them, you got the internalized misogynist women, you know what I mean? Then you got on Team Meg, you got the Shade Room, you got the the social media activists, you know what I'm saying? You got the feminists who, ladies, there's a brand. Y'all know already. I'm doubling down because I can't stand these niggas. There's a brand of niggas who claim the term feminist, but they don't really mean feminism. You know what I mean? They mean feminism when it benefits them and like, oh yeah, equality, yeah, just do whatever you fucking want. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, like, fuck it, go crazy. Like, yeah. Does that mean you're gonna fuck me too? That's literally how they be thinking. Like, yeah, all that shit. That shit sounds great. That shit sounds great. That means you're gonna fuck me too, right? And if you don't wanna know, nope. Back to the patriarchy. Can't stand them branded niggas. I can't stand them type of niggas. And I saw a lot of really fake feminists. And then the fake feminists, you got the fake feminists and you got the pandering niggas. You got the niggas who just also think that all niggas ain't shit. Like, dog, you are a nigga too. You know what I mean? You represent us as well. And for the black male population to heal, we have to show each other that healing and be able to hold each other accountable. Not just write motherfuckers off as pieces of trash. Like, it's fucking insane. Like, you know, on both sides of the field, you got this really charged language, man. On the Team Meg side, you got the usual, black men ain't shit, niggas ain't protecting black women. You know, valid points, don't get me wrong. Very valid points when you look at how violently charged some of Team Tory was. You got motherfuckers calling Meg the Stallion, Marcus the Stallion. You got motherfuckers calling her all these different types of bitches and hoes and saying the truth gonna come out in court. The truth was gonna come out in court. Look, man, for both sides of the field, that was a flawed argument. Niggas lie in court every fucking day. Right? That's why perjury exists as a charge. Because niggas lie in court every fucking day. So the Meg fans and the Tory fans who were saying that truth's gonna come out in court, no the fuck it didn't. Because we're all still just as confused about what the fuck really happened that night. The truth didn't come out. You know what I mean? And to give some credence to, you know, Tory, you know, I'll acknowledge this. Hey, Rock Nation definitely had a hand in this shit. Look, Meg Thee Stallion is currently in a lawsuit to become a Roc Nation artist. You know what I mean? If there's one thing Roc Nation does, they protect they motherfucking people. Alright? When Jay-Z was beefing with Nas, you couldn't see no bad media about Jay-Z. Even after Nas fucked Jay-Z's girl in the back of Nas's truck. Yeah, that happened. Nas had a whole verse on that shit too. You know what I mean? Another one, Rihanna and Chris Brown. You know? Again, before I go too far with this, let me put this out here now. We are not about to sit up here and justify a black woman getting hurt, a black woman getting harmed. We also not about to justify a black man getting harmed. You know? And both of those two have acknowledged that they had a part to play in what happened that night. You know what I mean? I think it's important that they've acknowledged that. You know, it's later after the fact, and most motherfuckers don't care at this point. Like, they've already written Chris Brown off as what he is, Rihanna off as what she is, you know what I mean? Ain't nobody even still trying to bring that shit up until it's relevant to points like this. But I think it's important to acknowledge both sides in it because it's human. You know what I mean? There's three sides in everything. This is one thing my dad raised me to believe that I stand by. Three sides to every story. It's your side, it's my side, and it's the truth. And the truth is somewhere in the middle ground between those two. So if we can't find that middle ground between your side and my side, then we're not working to find the truth. We're working to build a narrative that supports the middle ground being closer to my side or your side. You get what I mean by that? Come on now. And I feel like academics, Shade Room, y'all, neither one of y'all were really being objective with how y'all was covering this shit. Both of y'all had a fucking bias. You know what I mean? It's all in the comment section. It's all in your supporters. You know what I mean? Like, you niggas have built echo chambers within your comment sections. All right? You niggas have built communities around the ideologies that y'all are pushing through the media. You know what I mean? That shit is dangerous, man. I've never seen black men and black women so angry at each other over some shit that had nothing to do with them as individuals. You know what I mean? Like, I've never been a big Tory Lanez fan, never been a big Meg Thee Stallion fan. Just never really been my type of shit. I'm a Kendrick, J. Cole, Drake fan. You feel me? Like, the big trinity. You know what I'm saying? So I was never really biased towards either side to begin with this shit from a fan standpoint. But it's just like, even as a fan, like, how much does this really affect you? You feel me? Now, granted, I feel like it's very easy to say that because, you know, in another universe, Meg could have been seriously harmed. And, you know, for those of us who really depend on our artists for kind of like that emotional moral support that they give us through their music, that would have been real fucking tragic to see. And this has been a tragic ass situation. You know what I mean? Like, I got my jokes, but, you know, all good jokes contain some true shit. And this is a really factual situation. This shit was real as fuck. It was traumatic to all the parties involved. And I think everybody who's been watching this shit from an outside lens is just left a little confused by it. You know what I mean? Like, why is anybody even cheering to begin with? You feel me? Like, let's talk about this objectively speaking. Okay? Regardless of who shot her, a black woman was shot and injured. Regardless of the reason why, a black woman was shot and injured. And it didn't need to happen. As a result of that, whether he did it or not, whether he really did it or not, a black man is going to jail. He's convicted. Probably going to jail. More than likely will be deported. On top of that, the media has been profiting off of this shit for the last 2 years. And everybody involved in the situation has had to deal with their character being attacked and scrutinized under the public eye, as every motherfucker with a smartphone thinks they have a law degree because they can Google some shit. Nah, Google is an amazing resource. We should be utilizing it to, you know, actively look up information and be willing to test and scrutinize with it against each other. But it's just really ridiculous how much emotion people invested into this for a group of motherfuckers who don't know y'all, don't know any of us. You know what I'm saying? A group of motherfuckers who haven't taken any real accountability for their roles in that night. Like, let's continue talking about this objectively. What came out? Meg fucked Tory. Kelsey was also fucking Tory. Meg backdoored her best friend for some dick. And apparently this happened multiple times. According to Tory Lanez's lawyers, according to Tory, right? According to Tory Lanez's lawyers, this happened multiple times with Ben Simmons, fucking DaBaby. I don't fucking know who else. They said they was dropping names. They was dropping a lot of fucking names. And it's really unfortunate if that was a pattern of shit, because that's fucked up to have done that to your friend so many times. Like 4 times? 4 times with the backdoor gang? That's crazy. That is no type of loyalty. Not a way to treat someone who, is one of your only support systems. Like, for those of y'all who know, Meg has tragically lost both of her parents very early on to her career. You know what I mean? And she's expressed like how hard that's been for her. Like, her mom was the one who helped her secure the first record deal to begin with. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, one, Meg, was wrong of you to do, if this is true, it was wrong of you to do your homegirl like that. Period, point blank. There's no getting around that. That was one of your day ones. 2, it's wrong of you niggas out there to be trying to nail her to the fucking cross. Like, where's your sense of empathy? You niggas have a mom. Most of you niggas have a mom and a dad or a role model who you can call to for advice. You know what I mean? Like, to lose both your parents in one fell swoop, well, not one fell swoop. They died under different circumstances, but under a brief period of time. That is heavy. That's really heavy to think about. And I think that something that really like led to like all these different narratives being like given so weight is the fact that all 3 of these motherfuckers was drunk as hell. Like, they drank bottles on bottles. They said Kelsey was passed out in the pool at Kylie Jenner party at one point. How she didn't drown, thank God. You know what I mean? That's scary. Scary thing. Like, damn, you had that much liquor that you passed out in the pool, and everyone else had so much liquor that they were just gonna let you float. Like, what the fuck? And it's scary because, Meg is a young, successful black woman with a lot of money and a lot of predatory motherfuckers around her. And if you ain't got a support system, like you ain't seeking a therapist, it's really easy to lose yourself in a bottle. We see a lot of celebrities lose themselves to substance abuse. You feel me? Whether it's alcohol, prescription pills, you know what I'm saying? We at Friendly Folks, we advocate for cannabis because you can never overdose on how much weed you ingest in one period of time. That's a fact. But people still be losing themselves to the gas. So it's like, I gotta be truthful about how I feel about this, man, just from what's come out, because if you dilute the truth, you're no longer being kind. You're showing pity. And you've done too much great shit for any of us to be showing you pity. Like, come on now. Don't let this be a reflection of your character. Now, as for Tory Lanez. Oh, Torrance. Oh, Tory. Young Daystar. What is it? Daystar Peterson? I don't care what his name is. Torrance Lanez is way fucking funnier and way more fitting than Daystar Peterson. All right? That nigga's name is Torrance Lanez. His government name is Torrance Lanez. Showing it down to Tory Lanez. All right? Tory, nigga, you fucked up immensely. All right? Whether you shot her or not, you you a cornball, nigga. Bro, Tory Lanez is not a role model. For all you niggas trying to make Tory Lanez a martyr right now, that nigga is not a role model. All right, Tory Lanez is an aggressive R&B singer who smokes cocaine blunts and punches bisexual R&B singers, and he also can't control his pimping. Okay, that's how all this shit went down. All right, Tory, you couldn't control your ego. For some reason, after fucking one bad chick, you went ahead and fucked her bad chick best friend, who just so happened to be Meg Thee Stallion. Not only did you fuck her, you entertained her by going on relationships and having other types of intimate dates, intimate solo meetups behind security's back. Then you proceed to take both of them to a party of a bad chick whose baby daddy you beefing with, and part of how you trying to win the beef is by fucking his baby mama. You was gonna try and pull that shot while having two girls who you had already been cracking on, who you still regularly cracking on, in the same room, and y'all been drinking, and you probably had a cocaine blunt. Nigga, that is crackhead logic. There's no other way you can tell me that, bro. Like, how the fuck did a struggle get about where one of these women got their hands on a gun and was ready to shoot the other one? Why did these women start fighting, Tory? Because you and Meg started going at it, and you tried to deflect from Meg getting on you, Meg and Kelsey getting on you, by saying like, oh, I fucked both of y'all. How dare you both attack me? Now look, nigga, you fucking goofy. Not only are you fucking the game up, you failed at protecting black women, Tory. You know what I mean? Like, look, I'm never finna sit up here and say that I'm happy to see a black man go to jail, because I'm not. The prison system is flawed. It's not about rehabilitation. It's about punishment, and it should be about rehabilitation. My blunt is dead, so I'm about to just drop it in a tray. It's about punishment, and it's not about rehabilitation. You know, so I can't sit up here and say that I'm happy to see a black father sent away from his family 2 days before Christmas. Like, that shit is fucked up. It's just very fucked up, very sad. Very sad, no matter how you slice it. And all you motherfuckers on Twitter celebrating, y'all are weird. You're weird as hell. You're gloating on a black man getting sent to jail, and you've done absolutely nothing to really be supportive of the women who are harmed as a result of this. Most of y'all only care about Meg. Y'all don't give a damn about Kelsey. Y'all don't give a damn about the best friend who got backdoored. Ladies, look, I'm put you on the game right now. If your homegirl is fighting really hard to defend Meg, and she's gloating really hard about Tory going to jail, she probably fucked your nigga. She probably fucked your nigga, and she not gonna tell you until it comes out in the court of law. All right? Because that shit's not cool. Like, look, something that's really getting lost with this whole sexual liberation movement for men and women. Don't think I'm just talking to women. I'm talking to everybody with this. Sexual liberation does not mean freedom from sexual accountability. All right? Don't backdoor your friends for whoever they being intimate with. And don't fuck on friends. Don't fuck on friends and then antagonize them with the fact that you fucked on them. Don't antagonize people with the fact that you had intimate relations with them. That's corny as hell. That's corny as hell. It's lame as fuck. It's lame as a motherfucker, man. And look at how this shit spiraled out of your fucking hands, Torrance. Now still, man, both of these individuals, amazing artists, you know what I mean? Like, I still don't really listen to either one of their music, but I don't particularly skip it when it comes on. You know what I'm saying? It's just really unfortunate that this whole thing has blown up from meter proportions, and no one is really having an objective, fair stance on this. You know what I mean? Because in conclusion, you know, the moral of the story is protect black women. It shouldn't. We're adults, okay? Nothing should ever have to spiral out of control where motherfuckers are getting shot at. All right? What the fuck is this? Medieval times? Is this the wild fucking West? Niggas can't have a composed conversation? Oh, wait, no, because everybody was 7 bottles of Hennessy in. Come on now. Hennessy is going to destroy the black community. They're determined. All right? They're determined to cripple and destroy the black community. It's exactly like shit like this. You know what I'm saying? The other moral of the story is, guys, Pimp wisely. Like, I'm not finna sit up here and tell a man or a woman not to fuck. I'm pro ho. Alright, who gives a damn if Meg fucked the whole industry? Okay, you niggas acting like you still wouldn't line up to eat her ass. I know niggas who have said in public that they would eat her ass, and as a non-ass eater, it's just insane to me that just because this woman is famous and she looks amazing, that you would just instantly subject yourself to eating her ass without knowing a goddamn thing about her for real. Alright, you niggas is switching up, man. Before this shit happened, you niggas would have been ready to drink Meg's bathwater. Alright, and y'all know it. Alright, so don't act different just because you're here, your knight is shining armor, Tory Lanez getting sent to jail. You know what I'm saying? And the hot girls, cool off. Cool the fuck off, man. Like, y'all didn't catch a victory. Meg don't fucking know y'all. Meg doesn't fucking know y'all. Like, y'all need to relax. You feel me? Tory Lanez going to jail is not getting back. Tory Lanez does not represent your ex nigga. All right, a lot of y'all have really been projecting past experiences onto this, and just all these different narratives have been forming. Like, it's insane, man. It's really insane how this is just spiraled like this. But hey, man, what can I say? The black woman got shot, and that shit didn't need to happen. It's just really simple. It's just being accountable for what you do. So yeah, man, that's another episode of Friendly Folks Podcast. Shout out to everyone who tuned into the live stream yesterday. Glad that I could get this recorded, man. I'm gonna catch y'all on the next episode. You feel me? Like I said, we coming with a lot of content 2023, so make sure that you leave a like, comment, subscribe, share it with a friend, download on Apple Podcasts, Spotify Podcasts, go to the website, Friendly Folks Shy, go read the weed reviews, go look at the apparel that we about to drop. You know what I'm saying? You see I got the mother of pearl crew neck on. I said I was gonna have it out by Christmas time. I procrastinated. Whoops. I'm gonna have it out though soon. Give me time. You know what I'm saying? But hey, man, that's another episode of Friendly Folks Podcast. You know, prayers to Meg, prayers to Tory, prayers to Kelsey, prayers to everybody involved, man. I hope that ultimately what comes from this is that everyone heals. You know what I'm saying? I don't know, nobody want to see broken families, broken friendships, broken relationships. Like, peace and love, man. Peace and love. Stay friendly, folks. Catch you on the next episode.